Okay, guys, we have one last problem to go. And here it is. The last problem is this guy. You remember this guy, right? This slot number 14. First, let's identify what polygon is this. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sides. So therefore, this is a heptagon. When you solve for the angles, mabilis lang to. Diba remember last time? If you watch my previous video, I've already taught you how to solve for its angles. That's so easy for you. That's a piece of cake. So I bet you have no problem when it comes to that now. The only catch there is when it comes to the perimeter and the area. To solve for the perimeter, here's how you do it. First, let's get the measures. Remember, I tried to measure everything. This line that you see here measures 8.2 cm. Yun po. Namin yung 4.3 cm, yung line na ganyan, which we solved last time when we solved for the perimeter and area of this. Tapos this one naman, 4.5, diba? So since this is 1 cm on this part, therefore this must be 3.5. So 3.5 yan. And then that entire thing should be 4.5. So 4.5 to. 4.5 cm. And then this one, this is 1 cm. Correct, 1 cm. So yan, and then the line, that's 4 cm. So how many sides do we need to get? We need to get 7, diba? 7 ang kukunin namin. So we've already gotten the measure of this, and this. So what's missing na lang is the last one. This line na lang. This is the line that we lack. But do you still remember what's the measure of this? If you still remember from our previous example, remember nag-heptagon term ka dito, diba? 5.5, and then this is 19.3. Ang nga pala, yeah, kasi po that implies this right triangle, diba? Ito yun. So when we did this right triangle, ito yung hypotenuse, diba? Ito yung base, ito yung height. So yung height ay 5.5. Pero ano yung base? We know naman should be from this side up to that side. And you know naman this side, the first part, this is 6 point something. 6.5. Diba? So therefore, 10.9 minus 6.5. Ayan, kung sa tingin mo sa previous video namin, this line here should be 14 cm. So 14 cm to. Okay? The hypotenuse is 14 cm. Kung nag-heptagon term pa tayo, yun po. If you try to watch my previous videos, you'll see how do we get the 14 cm. Okay? Now let's add. So once again, we add up everything. I-add up na namin. I think if let's do it in a calculator para mas mabilis, alright? So ano yung meron? Ano yung meron tayo? We have 8.2, di ba? Plus, ano pa? Can you see the numbers? 4.3, di ba? Tapos 3.5 plus 1 plus 4.5 plus 4 plus 14. Or if I were you, pwede ka mag-add ng mga numbers muna. And you should get something like this. So yan, that's the perimeter. The perimeter of the figure is 39.5 cm. Now, for solving for the area, how do we do this? Actually, this can be hard. However, you're in luck. Because just like what I told you, remember what did I tell you when you solve for area? You can merge one of the shapes that you do know so that you can solve for this one. So let's say for instance, ang gusto ko bibiliin, I want to solve for the area of this one such that this excludes the area of the obtuse triangle. Okay? Nakita mo yung obtuse triangle dyan? So I want the figure to look like this. Okay? You can also do it in other ways. Pwede pa rin ganito. You want to include the two triangles. Get the area of the triangle. And then what you all this, get the area of this entire figure. And then subtract. So that you can get the area of this. Pwede pa rin. Either way it works. Pero do you still remember what's our area last time? Kasi po it might be a long time. Baka mali mo, nalilimutan ko na. Okay, chinek ko with the use of the video. The area that we got of the obtuse triangle was 23.1. Di ba remember ito yung obtuse triangle? 8.4 times height of 5.5. You should get this one, 23.1. Then divide by 2. Di ba? And then this one, di ba remember ito yung base, di ba? 10.9 times height of 5.5 divided by 2. You should get 29.975. Then, sinam ko yung dalawa to get the area of two triangles being merged together. So, if you like, it's up to you how you want to play the game of solving for the area. Maybe, to make things simple, what I would rather do na lang is this one. This entire figure such that it also includes dot number 16. Para mas mabilis. Okay? So, ganito ba yung mangyayari? I've drawn the figures, so now it makes it easier for us to solve. Now, let's see if we can get it, alright? So, diba remember ito, we need to get the measure of this one. So, let's start off with the rectangle. So, for the rectangle, it's length times width. So, we have 4.3 times the height of 8.2. So, 4.3 times 8.2 ang gagawin namin. Okay, so ganito yun, diba? Base, length times width. 4.3 times 8.2. Okay. Ginawa ko yan, diba? So, we should get 35.26 square centimeters. Ito yun, diba? Now, let's move on to the next one. For the next one, we have this, a square. Diba remember, it's this part now. Diba remember kanina, we got already this part, the first part, the rectangle. Now, let's get this square. How do we get the area of this one? First, let's get the dimension. Diba remember, this one is 4.5, diba? And then, we know that the entire height is 8.2. Kaya lang, we may have a problem. If we know that this is 3.5, what should be the measure of the other? If your answer is 4.7, you are correct. So, therefore, ang height namin ay 4.5. 4.7. Kung chinek ko with the use of the ruler, malapit siya na maging 4.7, although it's 4.5. So, parang siyang tama. Parang siyang square lamang. Pero ang gustong kong kunin ko ay yung height ng ang height. Diba? 3.5 plus 4.7. So, ganito po yun. 3.5 plus 4.7. Tama, we should get the total height of 8.2, which you see here. So, therefore, this is 4.5 times 4.7. Now, we do base times height, length times width again because this is a square. And we should come up with the area of 21.15 square centimeters. Now, for the grand finale, it's time for the trapezoid. Remember the trapezoid? We need to do the summation of the two bases times the height. Again, ang height namin ay the same. 4.7. Ayaw pala, yes, here's the catch. Diba remember ang height namin ay 5.5, diba? So, 4.7 plus 1. Actually, you can get two heights. Kasi Portugal, this is also 1. This 1 cm, diba? Although, hindi siya drawn to scale. Pero, what is important, ang height namin ay, sige, it's up to you if you want to get the 5.5 or if you want to get the what you call this, the 5.7. Kasi po, if this one is 4.7, then this is 1 cm, diba? So, this is equivalent to 5.7. So, ikaw bahala, you want the 5.5 or the 5.7 as your height? Kung sa akin, it's up to you. But also, it could be a bit of a discrepancy. So, let's work on both ways so you will find out. Or better yet, isa na lang. So, then let's make this na lang 5.7 na lang. O sige, 5.5 na lang para mas madali. Okay? Now, how do we get the base? Diba you remember, the long base is 19.3 cm. Diba? So, we already got 4.3, which is this one, and 4.5, which is this one. Now, how do we get the entire area? So, therefore, we sum the two, and we should get 8.8. Tama? So, 8.8 to. Now, the total, ito yun, no? The total, 19.3, diba? 19.3 minus 8.8. You should get 13.2. So, therefore, the measure of the long base is 13.2 square is 13.2 cm. Ayun pala, that's 10.5 pala, 10.5. Kasi po, kung chinek mo with the calculator, di ba, remember to yun, di ba? 4.3 plus 4.5. 8.8, tama? Tapos, the entire 19.3 minus this one, you should get 10.5. So, the long base measures 10.5 centimeters. Now, you know what to do. Ito na yung formula namin. So, let's do this, okay? So, we have this 10.5 plus 4.5 plus 4. We should get 14.5. Click answer, then multiply it with your height, which is 5.5. You should get 79.75. Divide by 2, you should get 39.875 square centimeters. If you were to put this all together, ito na yung formula. Diba remember what should you put here? You have to group this in parentheses. Because since you're adding muna, ang dapat mong gawin ay ito. 10.5 plus 4. Diba? Then multiply it with the height. You have to separate that in parentheses. Okay? Para to show the order of operation. Then division comes last. Tama, you still get the same answer of 39.875. Okay? So that's the area of the trapezoid. Yan, nakita mo yung ginawa ko. All the answers that I boxed, they are the areas of all the figures. Now, all we need to do is to sum everything up. Let's sum everything. Siguro, let's use the calculator na lang para mas mabilis. Ano yung area ng rectangle? 35.26, diba? 35.26. Plus, ano yung area ng square? 21.15. Tapos, ano yung area na kuha namin? 39.85, diba? 39.875, diba? So, yan. So, let's add this up all together. And what should we get? We should get a total area of 96.285 square centimeters. Sa wakas, we're done. Joke lang. Hindi pa tayo tapos. I'm just kidding. Because we are not yet done. You thought kasi we are literally done, right? Pero, tingnan mo to. When we have the area of this, and this, and this pertains to the area of everything. But remember, we want to exclude the two triangles being merged together, which is this one. So, in-exclude namin to. So, this implies the application of sum for the area of the shaded region. So, therefore, is there anything we need to do? Yes, kung meron, remember the area, we have to subtract from the area of the two triangles that are being merged together, diba? So, you get the sum of this, or get the area of the entire triangle, and then, that will be the area of this, and then the area of the big figure, which you see here, minus the area of this thing here, so that you can get the area of this polygon only. Yan! So, that's the plan. Now, let's do this. Nano mo yung area ng triangles na yan? Oo, it's 53.075. Okay, let's subtract. 53.075. Diba? Let's subtract. 5 minus 5, 0. 8 minus 7, 1. 2. 6 minus 3. So, yan. So, the areas must be 43.21 square centimeters. Check ko kung tama. Let's check the calculator, di ba? Minus 53.75, di ba? Tama ba? Yan. Did we still get it? Yes. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. And blast off. And we're done. Thank the Lord. But before that, don't forget to include your units. Okay? So, ano yung total? So, ano yung area ng slot nito? The area is this. 4321 square cm. Yun lang. Tapos. Salamat sa Diyos. We're done.